Hello, everyone. It's me, Orpheon, your Infinite Dragon Sorcerer here. And, yep, this time I'm making a what if. What if Asta had the Flash's powers? And I bet you're all probably wondering, wait, what? Didn't everyone already do a what if on what if Deku had the Flash's powers? And you are right to think so. But we don't see many what ifs about Deku having the Flash's powers. In case you don't know, the Flash's powers is insane, and I mean an insane amount of speed and intelligence. Because the Speed Force actually grants him his powers, because he's the one who generates it. And he's able to move faster than light, and he actually is fast enough to break the time barrier, because he's the one who created the whole DC reboot thing. Because he's the one who did it. He's the one responsible for every single DC reboot, because the first comic involving the DC Flashpoint comics, yeah, in case you all don't know, the Flash, he ran so fast he broke the time barrier to save his mom, but it was useless and it ruined everyone's lives and killed countless people and destroyed the entire world. Or basically the universe, I couldn't tell. And yeah, Batman's dad told him to. So yeah. You know what Reverse Flash said in Flashpoint to Flash because he wasn't able to use his powers because Reverse Flash was using and absorbing the Speed Force. And he said, "Break the sound barrier, make a sonic boom. You broke the time barrier, Flash. Time barrier." Ripples of distortion radiated through that exact point, almost changing in the smallest things, but enough. And that was literally my Reverse Flash impression. Just let me know if that was good or was that cringe. Just let me know down in the comments. Alright, let's get to the what if. So, of course, Asta is basically doesn't have any magic, but when Asta is... This is going to be around the time when Asta is almost like going to get his Grimoire, but the storm was basically going way out of control. It was almost like the Speed Force was actually somehow getting closer to the Black Clover universe. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go with that. The Speed Force was literally infused into lightning, and Asta, he was training, and he's been... This is way before the start of Black Clover, like before he was a baby, and this is right around the time when he's like a kid, and right after was getting his pendant, his necklace stolen by that. Right after that, this is basically right after that, when almost gets his necklace stolen by that drunken guy, and this is like right after that scene, but in the years timeline situation. And when Asta was training his body, getting stronger, it was raining hard, like really a raging thunderstorm, and everyone's wondering where Asta is in the church. Sister Lily was worried. Everyone was worried. But when Asta was still doing his training, he says, "I don't care if I don't have any magic. I'll just still gonna become the Wizard King, no matter what." And pretty much he raises his hand, points up to the sky, and right at that moment, at that instant, the lightning bolt just struck him, just like that, and it hit him straight on his fingertip, and his arm was up, and he was pointing to the sky, and the lightning just struck his finger, but instead of burning him to a crisp, he starts to. He was about to pass out, but then the Speed Force. Yeah, like it's pretty much like Barry Allen getting struck by lightning, getting doused in a whole bunch of unknown chemicals. But instead of that, think of it as sort of like that, but no magic. It's just the Speed Force infusing the power within Asta. And he's actually going to be able to generate the Speed Force over time because the Speed Force acknowledges him as a really, really good candidate because of his pure heart and good intentions. Yeah, I'm going to go with that because the Speed Force really didn't appreciate Zoom messing with it like that. And I'm not kidding. In comics and in canon. In basically CW's Barry Allen's The Flash live action. If you guys seen that, you all know what I mean. So, yeah. When the storm is over in the next couple of hours, then Sister Lily and the priest decide to go look for Asta, and they ask Yuno to stay here with the kids and watch over them. But they find Asta just unconscious, and he's not burnt in any way. He's just out cold. The lightning, and as soon as they tried to touch him and pick him up, Sister Lily tried to pick him up along with the priest, and all of a sudden, they all got shot. They both got shot a little bit. Like, whenever they tried to pick him up, there was a surge of lightning all over his body. So, pretty much his molecules and everything was moving so fast that, yeah, every time they tried to pick him up, it just wasn't working. So Sister Lily tries to help him with his condition, and the priest try to help him too. And a couple of weeks later, he actually wakes up, and Sister Lily and the priest and the kids are still at the church, and they all check his progress to see if he's okay. And over time, the past couple of weeks, he starts waking up, and his body felt different. Really different. Way different than it was before. Like, his muscles and his body was pretty much supercharged. Like, he felt some weird energy that was coursing through his veins, and he was so energetic. He tried to get back to Sister Lily and the priest and Yuno and the kids and at the church, but as soon as he took a step, he actually moved so fast that everything was moving slower. He actually was walking, but he was moving past the speed of light, and time was slowed down to a mere halt. He was basically in flash time, on accident. He didn't know this, but as soon as he got to the church, he saw Sister Lily and the kids worrying about Asta's condition, and everything is like completely frozen. It's like, okay, what's going on? Man, I'm getting exhausted. Oh, and then he passes out on the floor of the church, and the priest and Sister Lily and the kids are like, it's Asta. How'd he get over here? And pretty much after that, I keep saying pretty much, I'm sorry, that's a bad habit, I gotta break it. I'm sorry, everybody, I'm trying. And Asta, he wakes up, but he's really hungry, like super hungry. When everyone was eating, he said he was still hungry. He needs more, or food. And there's like, I'm sorry, but I don't think there's anything left. What? In the past few months and years, up to the start of the Black Clover anime, he's been getting faster, a lot faster. And he's constantly needing to eat. So he has to find some sort of way to keep his energy up, and he has some food in his stomach because, remember, the Speed Force requires a boatload of calories. I mean, like, insane amount of calories. I mean, you want to know why the Flash or anyone with the Speed Force is physically fit and always hungry? It's because the Speed Force requires their body to have infinite amount of calories. I mean, I'm not kidding. I mean, they burn through so much energy and calories that they have to eat a boatload just to compensate for or else they'll die of starvation for not eating. That's basically the curse of super speed. You'd either run super fast on accident to a point where everyone's moving slowly and you're trying to control it, or the other alternative, you basically time travel on accident and cause everything to change, or even worse, you basically run so fast that your calories in your body, you're just nothing but skin and bones because you haven't eaten anything in like a minute, and then you're basically just on the floor, just out cold. So yeah, that's basically the upside and the downside of the Speed Force and having super speed. Needing a lot of calories and energy. And back to the what if. Asta then tries to slow down a bit, and he's getting a little trouble with that because he runs it fast the past point of speed of light. So he's trying to get better at it, and he gets a better control over it as time goes on. Then at the start of the anime, he's about to get his Grimoire. It's everyone's turn to get their Grimoire, and still gets a 4-leaf clover, and everyone's shocked. And is like, wait, what the hell? How is a commoner or peasant able to get a freaking 4-leaf clover? That's impossible! Well, we nobles should have gotten our hands on a 4-leaf clover. And Asta, he still doesn't like, what? I didn't get my Grimoire yet. And everyone's laughing at Asta because he didn't get a Grimoire. And then Asta starts running, and he runs so fast that everyone just blinks and he's just gone. And he's running around Hajj Village at supersonic speed, and he's just upset and crying. But he's saying, no, it's not going to work. I'm not giving up. Even if I don't have a Grimoire, I can still become the next Wizard King. But he stops and sees that 2 of the nobles are basically ordering him to hand over his Grimoire, and that he shouldn't have a 4-leaf clover. They're supposed to be getting a 4-leaf clover, or because they're better than peasants, and a mere commoner's in very existence of getting a 4-leaf clover is not allowed. They're trying to tell him to hand over his Grimoire so they can destroy it. And then the 2 nobles are then caught by chain magic from the rogue mage. And he's like, so, you're the one with the 4-leaf clover. I'll take that. The black market might pay a hefty price for a 4-leaf clover Grimoire as an art piece. And Asta sees this, and he's like really pissed off. He runs so fast, he actually accidentally vibrates his fist, and he goes straight through the rogue mage, but he basically doesn't kill him. He just is like, what the, how did something just go through me? And Asta just vibrated his molecules to phase right through him. And Asta's like, okay, what is going on? Well, whatever, no time for this. I gotta get Yuno's Grimoire back. And then he tries again, but he starts feeling like he's getting slower, and he's getting hungrier. Because he might have used too much calories. And he starts slowing down and runs normally, but he's totally winded, like completely out of it. And then the rogue mage is like, what type of magic even was that? Whatever. But even if it is somewhat, I don't even know if that even is magic. Asta still gets his 5-leaf clover Grimoire, And let's just say the anti-magic sword is sort of like let's say in this what if it supplies him a little bit of energy, so he can use a little bit more power a little bit, but he breaks through the rogue mage's chain magic, cutting through his chains and actually landing a clean blow at the chain in mage's torso. Like Asta just flayed straight up bodies, and I'm sorry if I'm using the term bodies, but he straight up hits him with the blunt part and flat part of the blade, and it actually knocks him straight through the side of the wall. And I'm not kidding. He even left a actual cartoon cliche imprint on the wall, and it still goes all the way through it. And yeah, I actually had to point that in because it's funny. I mean, who wouldn't think that's funny? I mean, in the comments down below, tell me if you wouldn't laugh if you actually saw that in Black Clover, and if in this what if scenario, if anyone can animate that scene, please do. I would love to see that. Okay, sorry. I'm calm now. I'm calm. I'm gonna stop laughing. Okay, back to the what if. And then the chief of Hajj village is like, okay, what the heck happened here? I mean, seriously. And who is this weird looking guy? He just found the unconscious rogue mage, and Asta managed to get his Grimoire almost before he runs out of energy, and he completely passes out because he's like so hungry after that. And Yuna's like, oh, of course you'd be hungry as usual. Seriously, where's all that food go? And doesn't know about much about Asta's power, but he acknowledges him as a rival because he wants to become the next Wizard King, just like him. And then Asta is like eating a whole bunch of food because, Speed Force needs a lot of energy, or else he'll starve to death if he doesn't eat as much as he uses, which, and by definition, is a lot. And then the next day, Asta and Yuno both head to the capital to attend the Magic Knight selection exam. And things happen relatively similar, except Asta, he's pretty much the same height as Yuno. And yeah, Yuno basically trains with Asta a little bit before they head to the capital. Oh, and yeah, Yuno is a lot stronger in this what if too, so he does get it to use a form of wind magic from his Grimoire to form some sort of transportation. Like, I don't know, he basically uses wind magic to fly, and yeah, and he's able to keep up with Asta at his top speed. But he still gets hungry, so he had to try to do part-time work at the fields or something like that to pretty much earn enough money so that way he can stay alive and not starve to death on accident from using too much energy. And Asta and attend the Magic Knight Celestial exam. Asta still encounters the captain of the Black Bulls, Captain Yami, and he still tries to grab Asta, but Asta just takes a big step sideways and basically is avoiding Captain Yami before he even grabs on to Asta. He does use Flash Time to slow down time, so... Wait, is it me, or does this sound... Does Flash Time sound a lot like Witch Type? Oh, now I get it. Who would have thought that? The similarities are sort of there. Back on topic. And he basically just taps on Captain Yami's shoulder, and he basically just flies straight to the wall, and he gets stuck in it in the Colosseum. And then the nobles and the people attending the exam are like, "Whoa, what the heck type of magic was that? And that kid's that strong, or was it some type of body enhancement magic?" And everyone's like, "Is anyone gonna try to get this guy out of the freaking wall? Because he's just stuck there." Yeah, this what if's a little funny, but if any of you guys think parts of this scene or involving comedic parts in this what if are funny, give me a laughing face in the comments down below, or a laughing emoji, or something else like that. And if you guys think some of these comedic moments are funny, I'll keep it up. But if you guys think they're not funny and you want me to stop it, just let me know down in the comments, and I'll stop it. I'll follow your opinion in the next part of this What If series. So, back to the What If. Asta is like, okay, I don't know who that guy was, but then he ends up seeing Finral and Gordon trying to get him out of the wall, and it's just, he's just stuck there. But then he uses his magic and destroys part of the wall, and everyone's like, oh great, who's gonna try to fix that wall? I'm glad I'm not gonna be able to fix it. Don't even think I could. And this is where the part of, every one of the tests, but the main test involving combat, yeah, Asta, he basically has to challenge a noble because Seke is not going anywhere near Asta. He's just like, nope, nope, I'm gonna challenge someone else. And then, of course, Asta, damn it, I almost said Flash, because, Asta has the Flash's powers, so yeah. Easy mistake. Asta pretty much does... Ah, dang it, I said pretty much again! What is wrong with me? Asta uses Flash time and moves faster than everyone else around him. And then he, once again, just has to tap someone on the shoulder, and the force of everything, all the force that Asta packs into one finger, just right after Asta using Flash time. Yeah, just imagine it's sort of like a delayed reaction from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure when Dio uses the world and he stops time, and then he punches someone, and then the force is powerful enough to launch them somewhere or any inanimate object. Because in some part of Dio's fight with JoJo and his grandfather, Joseph, and Kakyoin, Polnareff, Abdul, and Iggy, he basically had to just say the world and use his stop time, and he had to throw knives. He threw actual cooking knives, not cooking knives, but the silverware knives. And I'm talking about blunt silverware knives. Or he might have sharpened them, and he just throws them, and then the force is enough to actually kill somebody right after time resumes. So if you guys know what I'm talking about, yeah, it's pretty overpowered. So yeah, Asta's going to be overpowered, but later on it gets watered down to make this what if more interesting. So I'm just letting you all know right now. And everyone's like, okay, what just happened? What did he do? And let's just say the Wizard King is just using some form of magic to camouflage or disguise himself. And then he's in this what if, the Wizard King, he pretty much is instantly intrigued about Asta and being able to move faster than the speed of light and even faster than time. So he takes a better, quicker interest in Asta in this what if, so he wants to learn more about what he can do. So he's going to recommend him for a lot of jobs, which will increase it. Ah, crap, I messed up something on my chair. Sorry. It's going to increase his chances of getting more stars for the Black Bulls. More than in canon. Hopefully. And everyone's like, okay, what just happened? And the noble is just unconscious because of the force throwing him, like literally throttling him backwards. And he's just like, just out. He's just out. And Asta wins. Fights a royal, and same old, he beats the royal, and relatively quickly, like almost quickly, just like Asta, except it took him just 1 or 10 seconds for him to beat his opponent, because he's been training with Asta, trying to deal with faster targets, and he's actually been using Asta as target practice whenever he gets a chance. And Asta can easily dodge and literally is able to avoid every spell before he even goes near him. So, yeah, he has gotten a little bit stronger, because I don't know if this is true. If a mage in Black Clover fights a stronger mage with stronger mana, they gain experience, more physical, mental, or body experience, or muscle memory type stuff. But tell me in the comments if this actually is the case. And if it isn't, I'll fix this what if entirely. And water down, and make him more like he is in canon in Black Clover. And then pretty much the Golden Dawn picks Yuno. He picks the Golden Dawn, and just like before, every Magic Knight Squad team picked Yuno. Of course, picked the Golden Dawn because it'll bring him closer to becoming the next Wizard King. And the same, well, not exactly the same. Yami actually is the only person raising his hand. Yami and the Golden Dawn. And that's the only 2 Magic Knight Squad that are raising their hands, because they're still baffled at what the heck he actually did. And they're just confused and trying to figure out what the heck he even did, so they're afraid of what he can do. And they don't know what he even did. So Asta, yeah, he still picks the Black Bulls, because he doesn't really understand much about... He doesn't know the full story of each and every captain's rankings, because what you expect, I mean, Asta is sort of dumb, but he's been out of the loop because, peasants aren't allowed to go anywhere near the capital, and because of their limited magic, so the worlds and nobles don't have to put up with them, and they're still intolerant jackasses, if you ask me, and messed up. And Asta is a little bit smarter, but he wants to prove to everyone that even if he's a member of the Black Bulls, he's going to become the next Wizard King. And he flat out says it in front of everybody. But he doesn't say it in a cocky manner. He just wants to prove to everyone that a peasant, even if he joins the Black Bulls, it doesn't matter. He'll become the next Wizard King. And that then and there. So everything happens relatively the same. And Asta goes to Finral and Captain Yami. They use Finral's spatial magic to teleport them to the Black Bulls hideout. And, of course, Lux still steals Magna's pudding, or was it his food, and just wants to fight Magna because he's bored and has no one else to fight. And, yeah, this what if, this time, pretty much Asta's going to be facing Luck in his baptism. I'm going to switch it up a bit, make it more interesting and not boring and similar in all of their Asta what ifs. So this time, Luck is going up against Asta with the flash powers. If any of you can draw something like that, like a thumbnail, Please do. I really need to see that. And if any of you could, I'd really love to see if you could draw Asta with Flash's powers, or like with Asta wearing the Flash's suit and his hair is sticking out and he still has a bit of similarities. But, if any of you can, that would be awesome. And Luck is like, oh yeah, fine. Instead of Magna, I want to fight the new recruit, just to make sure if he's actually strong. And then he sees Asta and he's like, alright, you're the new recruit. Let's go! He basically charges at Asta, and Asta, using flash time, he avoids, and Luck actually goes outside, and Asta follows suit, and he uses his speed and his anti-magic sword, and Luck is actually using his lightning magic to fire or lightning-based blast straight towards Asta, but he's able to dodge them, and he actually steps on each one of those orbs and uses them as like footholds or steps, because lightning magic is literally just lightning. It doesn't even matter because Asta still got hit with the speed force and an actual infused into a lightning bolt. So lightning doesn't even affect him. In fact, in this what if, let's just say that lightning-based attacks would either make him stronger, heal faster, or straight up he'll be able to redirect each attack right back at anyone, regardless of it just being a more powerful version of lightning magic. So if you guys like this idea, or if this concept, please let me know down in the comments below. So in a couple of minutes, Asta still wins, and Luck is like, wow, you're pretty strong, but I'm not done yet. And Yami then stops Luck and he says, alright, you made your point. You had enough fun, and we can actually give him his Black Bull's Magic Knight's robe. And let's hurry up so I can go ahead and take my nap. As long as you fix parts of the wall that you broke, Luck. It's like, oh, okay. And Asta is now a part of the Black Bulls, and Noel is in the very top of the Black Bulls. We'll hide out somewhere looking at Asta and trying to figure out what's up with his magic and what he can do. And guys, that's where I'm going to leave it off this time. As always, leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And probably support me on Patreon, Facebook, Twitter, any social media outlet. So that way I can actually get better equipment, or, share this video. And if you guys have any other ideas for possible what ifs. And also, I'm giving you a huge shout out if you guys want me to actually try making a what if Deku had Minecraft powers video. Would you even watch that? I'm just asking if any of you guys would even watch something like that, because I'm trying to make sure I don't make myself look stupid. Because I really don't want to make myself look stupid, or, I just want to make sure I make content that you guys are going to like. So that way I'm sure that you'll all enjoy it, think it's entertaining. So that way it just gets your attention and you all enjoy it. And I love making YouTube videos. So, I mean, if you guys like it, then it's a win-win for all of us. And as always, is Infinity Overdrive, infinite realities, infinite possibilities. See you all next time.